Hi there, this video outlines the must-knows in regards to the Consumer Guarantees Act. By the end of this video, you should understand who the Consumer Guarantees Act applies to, what rights are available under the Consumer Guarantees Act, and the consequences of breaching this act. Firstly, what is the Consumer Guarantees Act, and what does it mean for you? These are the rights and guarantees that apply to all consumers purchasing products in New Zealand, as well as businesses trading in New Zealand. Anyone who purchases goods or services for ordinary use is considered a consumer, whether we are purchasing a pair of shoes, a lawnmower, or getting a haircut.
The CGA applies to consumers buying things in New Zealand and businesses selling products or services in New Zealand. The CGA applies to any businesses providing consumer products or services, including tradespeople, professionals, online traders, importers, finance companies, and retail. A consumer is a person who purchases goods or services that are ordinarily for household or personal use. Businesses buying from other businesses are also entitled to protection under the Consumer Guarantees Act unless the seller has contracted out of the Act, which we will talk about in this video. The Consumer Guarantees Act applies to all situations, whether that is buying from a store, receiving as a gift, hiring, or winning. Guarantees given to consumers under the Act include products being fit for purpose and acceptable quality, in good working order and free from defects, matches description, arrive in time as well as in good condition, service carried out with reasonable skill and care, and services charged at a fair price. Some examples of this would be purchasing a pan and the handle melting. This is clearly not fit for purpose.
So what happens when there are breaches of the Consumer Guarantees Act? If a guarantee under the Consumer Guarantees Act is breached, consumers have protection in the fact that the product will be repaired if repairable, alternatively, replaced or refunded. In an instance where the product is not able to be repaired, going back to the example of the pan, it is likely the product will be refunded as not fit for purpose, therefore the repairs will not solve the issue. Now we will discuss a scenario to further illustrate your rights. Say you go for a perm at a hair salon, but the hairdresser messes up, causing hair loss, leaving you to wear a wig. In this case, the hair salon has failed to carry out the service that was sought out and did not deliver the results. Here you would be able to ask for the following: a refund, for the salon to fix your hair, even ask for the salon to pay for the wig you personally had to pay for, or in some cases, both the refund and the fix.
As a general consumer, the supplier cannot contract out of the Consumer Guarantees Act. If any supplier, including retailers, try to do so, they are in breach of the Fair Trading Act. Some circumstances do allow for contracting out. Trades from business to business can contract out of the Consumer Guarantees Act if it is fair and reasonable and the agreement is in writing. The practical consequences of the Consumer Guarantees Act for business practices include educating all staff on their responsibilities and duty to consumers. This will ensure that claims are not brought against the business. Businesses that choose to contract out of the Act when transacting with other businesses should seek advice as to how to effectively and legally do so. Consequences of breaching this Act include large fines up to $600,000, damages and court injunctions. Therefore, it is best to know your obligations under this Act in order to avoid the consequences served by the Commerce Commission. A basic understanding of the Consumer Guarantees Act is valuable, as in the end we are all consumers. We hope it helps out next time you make a purchase or face issues with buying a product or service. Thanks for listening.